Yo, what's up? Welcome to the pack. It's Zeus and Enrique here. I just wanted to tell you guys I went to the Gay Pride Parade in Houston yesterday, and it was fun. uh, I went there on my bike, on my motorcycle, and I live in the suburbs, so it's like a good 45 minutes away with traffic and everything. And I'm going there, and I'm not really used to downtown, man. And every Houstonian, I swear, if you live in Houston and stuff, but like you're not downtown, everybody gets lost. Everybody gets lost. I swear, if you're one of them that doesn't get lost, kudos to you. But I went there. I went, and the thing is, I'm not gay, but I mean, like, I don't support it, but I'm not against it. I'm just like neutral in the area. Like, okay, um, but I'm by myself, and I could feel the all the eyes, like just people staring at me, like I guess trying to, I don't know, just look at me. It's like, okay, example. It's like the girl that's hot walking into a classroom and all the guys just staring at her and stuff like she's a piece of meat. I felt like that. I was just like, I'm not a piece of meat. Stop staring at me. But I think that's just my own prejudiced thoughts or something. I have no idea. But I was trying to, see who I could talk to and stuff, but I was just by myself, so it was just really hard trying to talk to somebody. Then my friend, uh, let's call her T. She was in the parade too, but she went downtown. I was in the after party areas, and so I'm like, oh shit, like I'm gonna go downtown and see the parade. I mean, that's what I really went downtown for. But I went there. It took me a while because I was trying to get a shuttle from the area that I was at, and the shuttle took like the longest time to get there. And when I got there, only like a few people got on, and so I hitchhiked. I mean, I didn't hitchhike. I mean, yeah, I kind of did. I hitchhiked on the back of the of the of the shuttle, and there was like a footstool, and so I sit in the footstool, and there was a handlebar, and I was holding on to the handlebar, and I was like grabbing the bumper like this, and I was just like holding on like this. Some people took pictures of me and stuff. They were like on the car, like this guy's motherfucking crazy. I was like, I'm going to this fucking parade, because I was just like fucking bored. So it was a good experience. I was holding on. I wasn't scared or anything. I was just like moving back and forth. And then when I actually got into downtown, there was the cops right there, and everybody was looking at me. I was looking at them. I was just like, hey. and and then I just kept holding on, and then they were falling a little bit, but then they got behind me, or behind me, and then turned on their lights, and I was like, okay, I'll get off. And then whenever the shuttle was slow enough, I got off and just started walking off. Uh, got to the parade and stuff. I was trying to talk to my friend, but she didn't tell me where she was at. She just only told me two streets and stuff, and I was like, that's not very helpful. Uh, and then she kept moving on with the parade, not waiting for me at all. So I was just like, oh my gosh, no. And so she kept moving with the parade, and I was kind of being left behind. And I was trying to just follow her, but she was texting me weird things. It was because she was drinking. Like, oh my gosh, nice. I mean, she was drinking, and so she was just texting me like, I'm next to the bunnies. I'm like, what the fuck, bunnies? Like, she's just not making any sense at all. I know. And so I was just trying to walk with everybody, sort of. Didn't know where everybody was walking. Uh, and I I saw the bunnies, and I was like, hey, I'm at the bunnies. But then she was like on the other end of the parade. Like, she went to the end of the parade. I was like, oh, I'm just at the very beginning. And then she was like, I don't know where you're at. And I was just like, just stay where you're at. I'll come to you. And then I had to walk really far to the other side of the city. And so it was a good walk. But they were just, when I found them, they were just kind of sleeping next to each other on the corner, just sitting down. And I was just like, hey, like, it was really hard to find them. But I was just like, I bet that's them. So I went over there, and it was them. And they were like, oh my gosh, you found us. And then They were just completely chocolate wasted. So we had to walk even more, man. I was just like, I wanted a party, and we had to walk even more. So I was like, oh man. So we kept walking to go to T's car, and we had to walk like a good 20 minutes, like a couple miles and stuff. Like, oh my gosh. Uh, we had to walk all the way to UHD, like a college in Houston. Uh, Man, the parking was like all the way in the very back. Like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we parked there. Then we went to IHOP and we met a really good waiter. Like IHOP had a really good waiter, and it was cool. They were all supporting the gay thing, and I was just like, wow, this is like a historic moment. I can just say, yeah, I went to IHOP. There was a bunch of stuff going on there, and the parade was like fun, sort of. It was just me searching for my friend, but I still had fun. I took a picture with one person, and I saw the gaming, the gay pride thing. I was like, that's super cool. I took a picture with one of those guys. I need to put it on Instagram or something. I don't know. But what else? Yeah, I had to go back to my bike, and it was by this time it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had to go back to my ride, and it took me like an hour and a half to go back to my house because I always get lost uh, going to coming back from Houston. I always get lost coming back from Houston. I don't know why. It's just the streets. If I miss a turn or if I go in a wrong lane or something, I always mess up. And it was on a bike, and I'm not used to going downtown that much. And so I'm like, fuck, got lost for an hour. I come back home around 4 o'clock. And I'm just like so beat. I was just like, oh god, I can't do this. But woke up today at 10 and did this. So I had to take care of this freaking dog. Zeus. Man, what are you looking at? You're looking out the window, contemplating about life. Well, that was all I wanted to say. I believe as Americans, they have the right to be married. It's not like, oh, they can't because some other religious group, as Christians, say they can't because it's against the Bible. Well, let them do them. We do us. That's one thing I gotta say. See you guys. Peace.